Hey, what's up, y'all? It's D. So we're about to react to this other impressive vid. It's titled Cardi B Goes Public with Stephon Diggs, and she's pregnant again, Lord. And Tory Lanez almost dies in prison. I saw a headline about him getting stabbed multiple times. I don't know the details. I didn't look deep into it at all. But yeah, I mean, brother, you make your bed. Not saying anybody deserves that, but anyway, let's just get the details. Let's watch. As far as Cardi, I don't know.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive channel. The rapper Tory Lanez almost died in prison, y'all. Tory is currently spending 10 years in prison after he was found guilty of shooting at the rapper Megan Thee Stallion. And he is currently trying to get an appeal because he has really stood firm on his claims that he did not shoot at Megan Thee Stallion. He claims that his DNA wasn't present on the gun and there was certain evidence that was suppressed. And also he feels like there was some foul play throughout the trial. Now, even though he was found guilty and a lot of people believe that he's guilty, there are still a lot of people who believe that he's not guilty. I mean, there is still some speculation that the real shooter was Megan's friend Kelsey, because Kelsey was mad that Megan slept with Tory behind her back. And they started fighting, and the fighting led to Kelsey allegedly shooting Megan. That is what is believed, but that wasn't what was ruled in the court of law. The jury found Tory guilty. So Tory is considered guilty in the court of law. However, in the court of public opinion, there's still a large portion of people who think he's innocent and he was set up. And the fact that he's now spending 10 years in prison over this, and he got stabbed up so bad that he almost lost his life, is really making people wonder what is going on. Now, it was rumored that they're closer.
I have been listening to this album. I didn't finish the whole thing, but it's a couple bops on there. I can't lie. At first, I was like, I ain't listening to this jail shit. It's gonna sound terrible. There's a couple bops on there. All right. Couple bops on there I listen to actually, because I used to really enjoy his music. I've been very vocal about this. I don't give a fuck who think what. I don't care what you think. All right, you want to be, I can't support anybody, they did these wrong things, I'm not listening to music, that's you. I don't care. I'm gonna listen to whoever the fuck I want to listen to. All right, so I definitely am still gonna keep up with his music because I like him as an artist. All right, of course he's sitting in jail for what he did, and that's my whole thing. People who do wrong things, they're going to face the repercussions of their actions. That is up to them and God, all right? For them to figure out, they got to take that up with Jesus and life. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm still going to listen to the music if I like it, all right? If it's an actor and I like their movies, I'm going to still watch the goddamn movies. The fuck? I'm not playing judge and Jesus and let me help prosecute them and make sure that ain't nothing to do with me, all right? I'm going to do what I want. Listen to people who I want to listen to and watch the movies or whatever the fuck. I don't care what nobody think about that. People always got something to say about that. I don't care.
To making a decision on his
appeal. I'm not saying say something to me. I haven't seen anybody say anything to me. I'm not looking for it. But people, when I hear other people make these comments about them still listening to a certain person or whatever, or supporting, you know, people, I always see people in response saying to them, like, oh, how could you do this? And shut up.
So him getting stabbed at this particular time is very suspicious. Now, this is what his team said. Tory was stabbed 14 times, including 7 wounds to his back and 4 to his torso, 2 to the back of his head, and 1 to the left side of his face. Both of his lungs collapsed, and he was placed on a breathing apparatus. He is now breathing on his own. Despite being in pain, he is talking.
And that's the thing. I'm a true believer in karma. When you do wrong things, you're going to face that, you know, that karma. You gonna get what's coming to you. I don't need to participate in that. my little few streams, oh, that's really doing something. This nigga about to die in prison. Like, what the fuck? People gonna face the repercussions of their actions. The universe don't play. Whether you believe in that or not is irrelevant. People end up getting what they deserve when they do wrong things, all right?
In good spirits and deeply thankful to God that he's pulling through. He also wants to thank everyone for their continued prayers and support. This sounds crazy, y'all. This really sounds crazy. And I'm glad he's okay. I mean, I would hate for anybody to die. And I do know that in prison, they get into fights. People get stabbed. It happens. But it is kind of suspicious that this is happening during a critical time when a decision is still supposed to be made on his appeal. So I kind of wonder, what's really going on? Are they trying to take Tory out? What is going on? But you know what? I'm glad he's okay.
I am glad that he's okay.
he might have to be isolated or put into some protective custody.
He on his music talking about he the richest nigga in jail, so so he probably in there running his mouth and doing the most. Ain't like, all right, little nigga, what would you know, what's up? And you know, it's getting real because he's doing the most in jail. Maybe that's what's going on. Just saying.
Because him being a part of the general population is clearly not safe. Now, moving right along, Cardi B stepped out with the NFL player Stephon Diggs, and she's making things official with him. This was the guy that she allegedly was messing around with when she was pregnant with her and Offset's third child. Offset cheated on Cardi B constantly throughout their marriage. I mean, there's like a whole list of women that he messed with in the industry, and she would lose it over these side chicks. In fact, she caught a charge for ordering an attack on one of his side chicks named Jade. Also, it was rumored by the blogger Goat Alexis that she thought Ari Fletcher messed around with Offset, and she ran and told Ari's boyfriend Moneybagg Yo about it. And Ari was very annoyed. She said, coming to a woman as a woman or telling on a woman to her man gotta be the top two corniest, most miserable bees alive. So Ari was allegedly talking about Cardi in this tweet, and I wouldn't be surprised if Cardi did this because she typically comes at the women when they mess with her husband Offset. But I think Cardi has really reached her breaking point with Offset, and she was like, okay, if you're gonna cheat on me with all these different women in the industry, I might as well get my piece too. So she started messing with the NFL player Stephon Diggs, and she started messing with him when she was actually pregnant with her and Offset's third child. And of course, Offset was upset about it. Cardi B was trying to get her get back at Offset, and she used Stephon to do it. But now it seems like Cardi is actually taking Stephon seriously, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. Stephon is a whole viper in these streets. I mean, he sleeps with everybody. He is truly a pass around. He was messing with Young Miami at one point, and I think he was probably messing with Cardi B around this same time too, if I'm not mistaken. But he's a loose one. If Cardi thought Offset was bad, she's in for a ride with Stephon.
Shout out to Stephon Diggs, man. Oh, y'all, by the way, Stephon Diggs is with two other active rappers. Just like y'all be claiming them, hugging them on the gram, kissing them, talking about Woman Crush Wednesday, all that bullshit. He's long dick. Well, I don't know if y'all know. He is piping them hoes out. Stephon Diggs has been known for long. Half of these rap niggas in Atlanta, all of the popping rappers, baby mamas, all type. For whatever reason, that's who Cardi B is attracted to. Everybody's hoe in the game, which is kind of ironic because every time your girl want to get their lick back, they go to the biggest hole.
Wow. Rap. What does that stand for?
That's Cardi B.
Now, when the story broke that Cardi was sleeping with Stephon when she was 8 months pregnant, I didn't believe it at first. I thought, okay, this smells like a PR stunt, but apparently it is true. However, Stephon is no better than Offset. In my opinion, he's worse. In fact, he not only was messing with all these different women in the industry, but allegedly he was trying to drug and sleep with this man named Chris Blake Griffin. And Chris talked about it. He even talked about how Stephon Diggs' brother ordered an attack on him. And it's crazy how this whole story went under the radar. But the Neighborhood Talk was one of the few blogs that posted about it. And also Stephon was exposed by one of the other girls he was cheating on Cardi with named Sky Marlene. And he was put on blast for having a baby with another woman named Gazelle. So he has a whole newborn out there. But Cardi is still flaunting him around like he's a prize. Now, I do feel like Cardi is maybe using Stephon to get under Offset's skin. This is really her payback to Offset. I mean, she got with a man who's richer, who's more relevant, who looks better. And maybe it might make Offset upset. I do think Offset is jealous of the fact that Cardi moved on. However, I do hope that Cardi is not really serious about this guy, Stephon, because it would be crazy if this relationship was actually real. Now, the blogger Goat Alexis did allege that Cardi is expecting again, and she's expecting a child with Stephon. I don't know how true that is, but the Daily Mail did post an unedited picture of Cardi, and from the looks of it, it seems like she has a bump. But Cardi has 3 children, so it's not uncommon for a woman with multiple children to have a fupa. So I don't think she's pregnant. I don't know if she's pregnant. I can't assume. But if she actually is pregnant with Stephon's baby of all people, I will actually be at loss for words, honestly. But
if she pregnant with this man, baby, I refuse to cover her any longer. I'm not keeping up with anything regarding her. I'm not reacting to no videos about her. I'm boycotting her. Not that anybody cares or that she cares, obviously, but I just refuse to be, you know, a part of the circus show. Not a part of it, but I refuse to react to the circus show because it's tiring at this point. It's just, I'm tired, all right? But yeah, well, we'll see what happens with that. As far as Tory, yeah, I mean, like I said, karma ain't no hoe. That's all I gotta say about that. We'll see how that unfolds and if he ends up getting out soon. I don't know what's going on with that. Y'all let me know what y'all think though, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.